I just had to scream. This is probably the first time you guys are seeing me in so long. Oh my god. No shame. Shame for me. Okay, no, you guys shouldn't be ashamed. But sorry, I'm looking at my laptop. You know, guys, sometimes we work on good things, right? So, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. That feels so weird to say, like I have not been doing anything for the longest time. And to be fair, I have to admit, it feels a little bit nice not doing it, you know, like every Tuesday or Saturday, because they post 2 times a week. I had to be like rushing to find content, and I didn't look a baka there. I'm just a baka person. Not anymore. But hold on, as you guys can see from the videos, I'm doing a live update. I'm just looking for the questions. I don't know why I never prepared myself from early, but we'll get into it. So guys, welcome back to my channel. As you can see, the name has been changed, so you know it is now Rich Badness. It is my new persona. Love and It's Jenna will always be It's Jenna, but Rich Badness, give me a little zessa, you know, it's like a zez. So if you're new here, just subscribe to my channel. I mean, I lost a few subscribers. It's like, y'all don't follow me like that anymore. I mean, it was like 40, but still I noticed it. But anyway, I mean, no, still coming back here, but that's fine. We're gonna build up, we're gonna do good things, and let's get into the life update because I have so much to say. So let me start off by saying big up to the Gap Kids. This is my Gap Kids dress. I don't know why Gap Kids is dressing up. If you guys look at the older videos I've posted versus now, my face may look a little bit different. I lost a lot of weight. You guys know that during the pandemic, I got really like anxious and I was just eating a lot of food. It was just boops, baps, bips, everything, right? It was just too much things. And but my boyfriend at the time really loved cook, so you know, the girl did I eat down. One thing about it. But I have been in the gym officially for 5 months, unofficially for 9. I'm saying unofficially because in those 4 months I was not living in Jamaica. And that's my first big update. I don't live in Jamaica anymore. So for those who have me on Instagram and TikTok, you guys know that I moved to New York. If this is the first time hearing it, well, on Twitter too. If it's the first time hearing it, that means you have not been keeping up with me. But guys, I moved to New York City. It has been an experience, and just a little backstory actually. So the reason why I wasn't posting content, and I just need to get this out of the way before I do the questions, is the reason I wasn't posting content, it was in 2021, I went to, December 2021, I went to Atlanta, and I was only supposed to spend a week. Somehow I ended up spending 2 months there because COVID, that was the somehow. I spent 2 months there, sorry, because of COVID. And while being there, you know, just living in the city, it was something that I absolutely adored. And I was so sad to come back to Jamaica because for the first time in my life, I wasn't feeling like, well, the first time since COVID, I wasn't feeling like extremely anxious. You know, I was watching over my shoulders. I never feel, I mean, I was making my Jamaican salary, but somebody was taking care of me while I was there. So I never feel broke neither. And I was just like, oh my God, like, this is what life is supposed to be like. And from January 2022, I wrote down in my notes that one of my goals for the year was to move to the US, and I kind of narrowed it down to 5 cities. I wanted to move to Atlanta like real bad, but you know, life will work. So I wrote down the 5 places I wanted to be at. For that entire year, I spent like learning a lot about marketing, which is why I wasn't posting content, because I was really focused on my professional development. I mean, I don't really want to explanation, but you guys are my babies, so I'm doing that. Yes, I was really focused on my professional development. So I did a lot of courses. I applied for a lot of jobs. I was just taking my job really seriously. Some days I was burnt out, you know, but I was still posting Instagram stories and stuff because my job was heavily social media based. But at the end of August, I was just like, okay, this is a wrap. I can't do anymore. I don't know what I'm gonna do with my life, but one thing about me, I'm gonna quit a job, right? And when I quit the job, I was like, what am I gonna do? And I said, you know, this is actually the perfect time for me to move to New York. I don't have any responsibilities, I don't have a job, I don't have money, like, why not just start a new life somewhere else? And that's exactly what I did with $0 and 0 cents. A joke. I had a little bit of money, but it wasn't a lot, and that was the most risky thing I've ever done in my life. I think I went up with like $1,000, like literally. I never got a job for 2 months. Well, until I was there, 2 months in, guys. And how did I make $1,000 last 2 months? Ask me. That was an interesting journey. That was a very interesting thing. But that was my main thing. I know that I have my job. And as you can see, my background looks similar though. It's because, yes, I am in Jamaica temporarily. Meaning I'm going to go back to New York in a few weeks. But I'm here for the time being. You know, everybody wants me busy. Yeah, I'm just busy doing work and getting into the gym. So my job is actually very remote, which I'm excited about, like 100% remote, so I can work from anywhere in the world. And do you remember that Big Truck video when him say, feel like, and a life I'm supposed to live?
The life I feel right. I feel like this was my life from the start. The other something that I did wasn't it.
That's exactly what I mean, because I have all my trips for the year planned out. So that's something exciting to vlog about, guys, and I'm excited. I don't know if you guys can see like a different glow on me. It's not the lights. No, it's not a chicken salad. So again, remember to subscribe, and let's get into the questions. I'm gonna do a couple because I feel like I went on a rant earlier, so I'm gonna do a couple. Okay, so the first question is, are you in a relationship? And honestly, after how much months I've not been on YouTube, like 8 months I've not been on YouTube, the first question they ask me for my life update is if I'm in a relationship. The answer is hell no. Guys, on a no from Let's Chat Days 2019, from when boy left 2018, married about man thing. I have a little boy at days in 2020, yes. But even them time I'm still never the man thing. Right? So always assume that I'm not in a relationship until I tell you otherwise. But no, I'm not in a relationship. So that answers the question. So somebody says, how has the new job been and how did you get that offer? I am thoroughly enjoying my new job. It's been training at first, and then, you know, I got assigned to my first official campaigns. So I'm very excited to do that. The brand that I work with is incredible. It's an international brand, and I mean, I won't tell you guys here, but it is something that we actually consume. People consume every single day. And Jamaica has a few franchises of it. So if you can guess in the comments below, I'll let you know if you're right or not. All right, cool. So how did I get an offer? What did I do? Oh yeah, I was on Indeed, and I applied to the job through Indeed because my cousin had sent it to me. Not that job specifically, but the website, and say, use this. And thanks to everybody who was supporting me during that time, because when I tell you, my best friend who lives in Florida, shouts out to Chanel, and shouts out to my cousin Munchie. Her birthday's in a few days, so happy birthday when it comes, babe. So my cousins and my friend just kept sending me every job posting that they saw, and I applied to this one in like September actually. I never started working until like November. You know, that's crazy. I got my offer a month before I started working, and I found it so interesting because in Jamaica, if I get a job offer today, the moment I start work tomorrow. So even though I wasn't working for 1 month, I was still employed because I did like have a contract and everything. They just wanted me to wait. So that's why I got it. It's a really great company. I really like the people there, and I'm having a good time. I'm very excited to learn. How did you handle pressure of starting over in a new country? I didn't. I cried every day for like a month and a half. I was always sad. I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to the gym. And I was also staying with my aunts and stuff at the time. And guys, you can't be sad with a kid around. Meaning, if you want ball, you cannot ball. And this is how I know I'm not ready for the hood of mothership. Right? I'm not ready for that hood. That's a hood that have to go past me. Cause that would look hard. Anyway, so it was very hard, you know. I haven't talked to two of my close friends since I moved. But we're not friends anymore. But you know, like me and them to talk, and I had to like form new friendships, meeting with people like in New York, which was very interesting. One of my friends was like, just join Bumble BFF to meet people. And I was like, that's a thing. So I went on TikTok and I saw that it was a thing. I was like, okay. I did meet 2 people on Bumble though. 3 people actually. I met 3 people on Bumble. One of them became my gym partners. One of them, she does like bros and stuff. And the other girl, I don't remember, but she lives near to me now. Yeah, I'm going to see her when I get back. But, you know, but most of my friends in here now are actually Jamaican. Like, these are people that I know from Jamaica and they've lived abroad, or Jamaicans who just happen to live in New York, and they just message me and we're like, yo, you want to par? And we're like, yeah, let's par. But meeting friends as an adult is so intimidating. Like, I've had all my friends since I was like 14, like since I was 10. I've all my friends since I was 10. But it was a good transition though, because these people I met are genuinely good people, and I'm happy for the friendships that I'm cultivating. So the next question is, are you living in Jamaica or will you be traveling back and forth? One thing about me, I'm not a back and forth girl. I don't live in Jamaica. I'm just here to do some stuff and then I'm gonna go back. Oh, my last question then. Yeah, I'm gonna go back. So my official place of residence is New York City, baby. Until I choose to leave. Yeah. So somebody said, what is your fitness goal? So at first, my fitness goal was to be skinny. Like, I just wanted to be mug. I wanted to be snatched. And starting the gym with my amazing trainer, like my people, Danielle 10, train different. Like, Danielle is my babes. I love Danielle so much. She's not only, you know, a great trainer. When I mean like a great trainer, an incredible trainer, he's very knowledgeable about, you know, what he's doing. He's taking job serious. Like, he wants the best for us, not only physically but mentally, and that is what I appreciate about Daniel. And we're also great friends, you know. But yeah, guys, if you want to like get a holistic like lifestyle and holistic approach towards the gym, train different, definitely the place to be. I'm going to put the link to his Instagram below. You guys can follow him, you guys can message him, everything. And if you don't believe me, look at the progress that I've made. Like, look at the photos. But yeah, like, Daniel calls and he checks in and on the talk. Trust me, I've had a trainer before, and I've had 2 trainers before actually, and they weren't like that. Yeah, Daniel's taking job well serious. But no, my fitness goal, like, after talking to Daniel, and he's just like, Miss please, let's just be for real. Because my goal was to be at 120, and I was gonna look like skinny with a big head. But no, my fitness goal is actually to be stronger. It makes me so excited when I'm lifting, and I'm just like, yo, I didn't know that, you know, my body could do these things. So pushing myself to the limit, and definitely how working out makes me feel. Like, I feel very happy whenever I'm in the gym. Yeah, like, it's just popping off in my head, bro. What name, endorphins? No. Sashinium. Why did you stop Netchat? And this is a question I got a lot. But yeah, so the reason I stopped Netchat, I think I stopped Netchat in 2020, 2021, 2020. I don't remember. But I started the podcast sometime now, and it's mainly because I feel like my attention was in other places. So I had this channel, I had work, I had the podcast, and I couldn't do it all. Like, something was lacking. And if you guys noticed before, you know, me completely stopping the podcast, it was that our episodes were just getting like far and few between. So I get like 2 episodes a month and stuff. It's just because I didn't have the time, as well as everybody else on the team was also like preoccupied with their own stuff. But yeah, as I'm saying, there wasn't any time for the podcast on my plate or anyone's plates. So I decided that instead of doing something like that, I would just end the podcast and I'll just move on. So that's it. No more next chat questions, because I have said a few times on my Instagram that it's not going to be a thing. However, I am thinking about starting a new podcast though. Like just me talking. I was trying to use TikTok for that, then I got locked out of my TikTok account. So it's like, geez Louise. If somebody says, how is your PCOS journey going? Honestly, it's going. Yeah, it's going. I don't know. I don't know what to say there, because at this point I don't even know if PCOS is real to me. It's really just a figment of my imagination. I mean, no, it's not. I started going to the gym. One of the reasons is to, lose weight and stuff and eat properly. But I'm realizing that that method did not really help me, because yeah, I'm losing weight. I'm lighter. I feel better. I'm living a healthier lifestyle, and it's still there. So I don't expect it to go away, but like I would hope that the main symptom that I had would have been alleviated, and it's not. So I'm just going with God at this point. So, Anyway, somebody's asking me, would you date Daniel? Now, as I said, guys, Daniel's my trainer from earlier that I mentioned and I spoke so highly about. Would I date Daniel? No, because Daniel's not my type. Daniel is a light-skinned man, and Daniel knows like he's a light-skinned man. I like dark men. Also, Daniel's my trainer. Like that is unethical, 100%. However, when me and Daniel post pictures together, or we'd go out, people are just like, or like rambling in the gym, sorry. People are just like, couple goals, you guys should be together, cute, I ship this. What are you shipping? Because there's nothing there. Anyway, you know what, my man didn't beat me. A joke. So somebody says, work life in New York versus Jamaica. And guys, honestly, let me tell you about it. My job right now is so calm, and every time, so I have a one-on-one meeting with my manager every single Monday, right? And he's just like, listen, why is it, so we have this grade thing where you put how your week before it was, and he's like, why are you always at 3? And I'm like, I'm not used to the place being this quiet. And he starts laughing, and I said to him, like, I'm being 100% serious. If something isn't burning down, then I don't know what I'm doing with myself. And at my job, nothing is burning. Like, yeah, you have things that are like urgent, but I have a team of like Abaka people. Like it's like there are different pods, and in every pod there's like 4 persons, and then you have a bigger pod with like 12, 15 of us, and everybody's so helpful. If you are like stretched too far, somebody jumps in to help you. You're not doing 5 different jobs in one, like guys, that's one role. Like I'm doing one part, and then when I'm finished, somebody else takes over and they do their part. And that's so interesting, because working in Jamaica, me I do that part there, me I do that part there, me I do somebody else's part, because like how it starts where my job is at. So you have one person starting the campaign, then I take it from them, do what I have to do, then I move it to somebody else, they do what they have to do, and at the end of the campaign, they give it back to me and another person, and the 2 of us work on closing it out, and they would just send it to the clients, and it's like, okay, cool. And that's it. That's literally it. So, and I'm not being micromanaged here. I feel like in Jamaica I was micromanaged a lot at all jobs. So yeah, that is one. And number 2 is, again, I work remote. Like I have the freedom to do anything, be anywhere. Jamaica, they would have dropped down dead before they put me remote. Like I remember when I was working in Atlanta, because I had COVID, and my company was in a frenzy. Like, they must say, girl, when I come back. How are you feeling emotionally and mentally since moving to New York? Well, mentally, like guys, after being sad for like a long time, I started feeling extremely happy because that was the one time in my life I wasn't doing anything for anybody else. I was doing everything because I wanted to do it. I was also having a closer relationship with God. I had a lot of faith. Like guys, I was just so convinced that everything was just going to work out that not having any money never stressed me. Because I still had food to eat, I had somewhere to live, I was warm, it was getting cold, I had clothes. Like I had a lot of things. I had people around me, even though, you know, like you still can have people around you and everything is just like alone and stuff. And a lot of times I did feel alone, but that's because I'm not used to not working. So I had to like occupy my time, and I did that by going out on dates. That's the interesting thing to do. Like I had to get a hobby. I just went on a lot of dates. You know, my friend encouraged me to download a dating app because she was like, you're gonna be bored. And I met some people at the gym when I went. So yeah. Do you prefer living in Jamaica or America? I would prefer living in the US, mainly because of the convenience of things. The only reason I generally don't like living in the US is the food. And the food is not real. It's not. Like, everything tastes so fake and plasticky that at one point I stopped eating chicken for like a month because they were saying the chicken I had, they literally look like bone-up plastic. And I never liked that. Jeez. You know, so like coming back now and eating actual food that I know will growing at the ground, it's feeling good. It's feeling good. How often are you working out and how do you manage to stay consistent? So I work out 5 days a week and I only stay consistent because Daniel 10 is a bully. Outside of that, it's very hard for me to find that level of consistency, and I think it's because for the 4 months I was training with Daniel before I left for 4 months, I personally, right, I was so dependent on Daniel and dependent on like my gym partners because I just always had that you know, camaraderie around me. Camaraderie. I don't even know that word there now. No, if I spell it though, not spell it now, come my gym. But yeah, I always had that around me. So like when I left and I was completely alone, like I've never felt more alone than when I was at the gym. And I used to cry, like I literally used to cry at the gym, and I would just leave if the work was getting too hard because it's like there's nobody there to push me. But no, that I'm here and I'm working out with Daniel again, I said to him that, you know, I want to get into a routine where when I leave, I will be okay. So that's what we're working on now. So I don't have that dependence on him. So yeah. Next question. What's it like dating foreigners? And guys, let me tell you, one thing about it, you see Black Americans, like American men, African American men, they're horrible people. Like dating African American men, and I've only dated one, but dating African, well, when's the other day with one? Like, me should just take you. From me see all them sleep on Twitter, I know I'm going to take myself and I talk to one. But they are so, no one nonsense, right? And they are worse than Jamaican men. And any man who makes me appreciate Jamaican men a little bit more is not a good man. So that's all I'm gonna say about, you know, African Americans. However, I've been dating outside my culture, outside my race, and it has been an incredible experience. Like I dated this Asian guy. He ended up being an asshole, but when he wasn't an asshole, he was really, really sweet. And these are the type of men who show you the most adoration. And they also show, if he wanted to, he will. Like, these men are driving from different boroughs to come and see me. You have men who just want me gifts just because, and that was a Nigerian man. Let me talk about that. That was a Nigerian man. So they said I went on a date a couple times with this Nigerian man. And we were just talking about like winter, and he just bought me like a bunch of winter stuff. And I was like, okay, big baller shotgun. Like, even though people ask me, where you get these stuff from? I'm like, just a man buy it for me. But we have to block him because he was like kind of creepy after a while. And I, you know, dating a Dominican guy right now. we've been going out and spending some time together. I'm here and he calls me like all the time. Very sweet. So sweet. Very, very sweet boy. The only difference is our language barrier because English is not his first language. Yeah, like English is not his first language. But he's so handsome. Like my friends and my sister and my aunt, they find him so like incredibly handsome. And they're just like, yeah man, you need for date this one year. But like as I said, like I'm trying new things. I'm dating outside of my type, outside of my culture, outside of my race, and I'm also talking to this guy who is white. And that is an interesting experience. Like one time we went out and he was like, I don't want to take you to this place because they're only playing white music. He's considerate. Yeah, he's considerate. And when we got there, because his friends still wanted to go, and I was singing all the songs, he was just like, whoa, I didn't think you'd like these music. And I was like, never asked, bro. But he's very attentive. He pays a lot of attention to me. He enjoys spending time with me too. Like, guys, I'm telling you, dating outside of Jamaica is just real nice. It's actual dating, and I encourage every woman to at least date outside the race once. Like, even if you don't like white men, there are other races. I haven't dated a South Asian though. Almost did, but nah. Ooh, I dated this Korean guy too. Yeah, I was going on lots of days. As I said, I spent my time dating, and it was nice. And I was dating for fun, not like dating to be in a relationship. And I feel like that's the difference. Because when I'm in Jamaica, I'm a one man. When I talk to him, I say I look to lock it down, When you're dating just to see how people are, to see what kind of experiences are out there, I feel like I've had a good time. Running around New York City, running around Jersey, like what am I doing all the way in fucking like Jersey Shore? But it's fun. Italians too, yeah. So, and the white guy I'm talking to, he's actually very interested in knowing about like Jamaican culture. He's very open to like learn about it. I actually do appreciate that. So that's like that. Okay. Next and final question is, how has readjusting to Jamaica for the time been since you've been in NYC? Guys, do you know that TikTok that says, God, I hate this country, man. In Costa Rica, we don't behave like this. That's how I feel. Like, the first day I came back, I was so stressed out that my period came. You know how stressed I have to be for your period come by the same exact day? When I mean everything in Jamaica was just stressing me out. Like, first of all, Flo is telling me that my internet is not working because they no longer make this internet package. I didn't know that. They never sent me an email. Like, they sent me all my bills while I was there, but they never sent me an email to say that they changed my packages. It was so stressful. Like, that entire day, I had to get a new SIM. That entire day, this was me. And it just came down on me when I was in Flow. And I was just like, I knew it. We got a place called machine now work. And I'm like, I have not experienced this in months. So I don't want this to come and stress me out. Like, please don't stress me out. So, and Jamaica is also very expensive. Like, in New York, when somebody's like, oh, this is for like $20. I was like, $20? All right, but $1 is $1 there. But in my mind, I was like, okay, $1 is not $1 here. It's like 150, 54. But then the things are so expensive. So it's like, I'm better with the same house in New York. But it has been very different. It also has been very hot. Like, let me tell you about it. I have been sweating my ass off since I got here. When I came to the airport and my friend came to pick me up, I was just like, stop. And he's like, what's happening? And I just started taking my clothes off. I took off my jacket, I took off my shirt, I took off the... Men must be in a sports bra left, and now this is me just sitting down. Acting up, people. But I'm very excited for like the content that I'm gonna do, because I'm definitely changing it up a bit. It's still the same authentic personality and everything, but definitely changing it up a bit. I'm interested in trying new things now. Like, I'm learning how to do my makeup, so that is gonna be a journey. I try art girl life and I do weave, apartment hunting. Those are vlogs that you guys are gonna see. All the trips I'm gonna take this year, you know, just like my day-to-day navigation around New York and just like working and more things that I'm interested in. And of course, when I get some hauls. Oh, somebody asked me, how is Kimoy? Kimoy is great. I have not seen her in 5 months, but she is incredible. We speak every day on the phone. Well, when she wants to talk to me, of course, but she's doing well. You know, a girl graduated from Utica, so I have her first grown people job. So I'm very proud of her. I know it was like a girl at engineer and such. Not something that took a video with me. But when I see her again, you know, so when I get a Kimoy and it's special, it has to be at all. But guys, that was it for today. Subscribe to my channel for more content. I'm gonna post weekly. So I'm gonna post on either Tuesday or Thursdays. This video is gonna come out on Thursday though, which is today when you're watching it. I have a very fun weekend, so that video is probably gonna come out either next week Thursday or next week Tuesday, but it's only gonna be once a week. And it just depends on my vibes. So guys, subscribe to my channel and I will see you next week.